I began volunteering at AlmaVia Elder Care in Santa Fe in August of 2014 while still a freshman at Marine Catholic. AlmaVia is an assisted living facility that offers several levels of care to residents. At first, I was nervous about helping the elderly because I didn't think we had anything in common, but after 3.5 years of volunteering, I have become good friends with many kind-hearted, funny, and interesting people and have made it my 50-hour project. The AlmaVia residents are happy, cheerful, and they love their lives even though they aren't young like back in the day. Most of them have much to share with younger generations after learning many of life's lessons and navigating both good times and bad. Many have told their stories about growing up in the Great Depression, fighting in World War II in Korea, and facing the overcoming other adversities in their lives. I have met many great people at AlmaVia. My own grandmother, Sandra Brown, moved there while I was a volunteer, which was an added bonus. Every time I volunteer at AlmaVia, I'm extremely happy to be there, especially with my mentor, Philip Edishami, who has taught me everything he knows about caring for the elderly. Philip is a humble, kind person and very fun to be around. I often help during Friday social hours and he is always in high spirits. His hilarious jokes and quips never seem to end. He treats all the residents with personal and meaningful respect as if they were his own family. He has taught me to truly engage with all the elderly at AlmaVia, never giving up if the situation is too uncomfortable or too hard to solve. Philip is a man very dedicated to his job and to his responsibilities. The lessons and life skills he has taught me I will never forget, even long after my volunteering work for MC. One of the many people I have met at AlmaVia is a man named Chuck. He is a kind, honorable man who has had a fascinating life. We strike up conversations almost every time I get to see him, especially at the men's lunches, which I attend monthly. Whether fighting in a war or working back at home, he has had a very fulfilled life. It's hard to believe that the kind, quiet, frail gentleman was a strong, vibrant hero fighting for his country in such horrible conditions. We became friends these last 3 years, and he's always happy to see me when I visit. He is an amazing person to talk and socialize with, and I feel honored to know a man as courageous and humble as he is. On the last Sunday of every month, there is a men's luncheon to gather the few men who reside at AlmaVia. I remember all the men's lunches I regularly attend very vividly. I always look forward to seeing my witty, kind, elderly friends like Chuck, Andy, Kaz, and Bob. They all served and are veterans of 3 wars, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. I served them lunch and mingle with them so they could regale me with war stories and how they fought off the Japanese in World War II or fought the Germans on the battlefronts in France. I realized that the gentlemen loved to talk about their past and I was a willing and able listener. In the summertime, men's lunches would be outside in the patio when the weather was sunny and breezy. Philip and I would act as grill masters, serving delicious sausages and hot dogs to all the men. To be able to see their bright, happy, warm faces is priceless, not to mention the good eats from Philip after everyone else has been served. Men's lunches were a highlight of AlmaVia for me, and I look forward to doing more volunteering in the near future. My grandmother was a very important figure in my life. Most kids grow up visiting their grandparents once or twice a year. However, I visited her almost every day since she lived only 1 mile away. Once she needed to find an assisted living facility, I told her to look no further than AlmaVia. During her time at AlmaVia, my grandmother met many good and wholehearted ladies who became her dear friends. She was involved in bridge clubs, board gaming, and bingo with her friends like Lois and Gloria. Life at AlmaVia was a new beginning, a place for my grandmother to laugh, have fun, socialize, and receive some pampering. I was blessed to be able to volunteer and visit my grandma during 2015. But in early 2016, my grandma's health declined and many of her friends at AlmaVia knew that her remaining days were very few. Sadly, a year to the day that she moved in, she passed away. I was with her in her apartment in AlmaVia right up until she was with God. She was peaceful, and I was glad we were there to comfort her and talk to her until she passed. I don't get sad when I volunteer there today. I just remember my grandmother as someone who didn't just live and die like any regular human being. She would make me laugh and brighten my day. She enjoyed life and flourished until the last day of her happy and joyous life.